Okay, so we are back in Morrowinds, doing what we do, and completing the mages, the quest for House Telvanni, I would say. One of the things that we might consider doing is cleaning up the Mages Guild quest that we already have on the table for us before we get too far advanced into House Telvanni. But also we do have some quests we could do right now, and we're in the region for Telvos to uh, run the Daedra skin to Master Aaron, who appears to be, I don't know, at least somewhat okay with us working for him. And hopefully it'll be a profitable working relationship. For the level up this area, I'm thinking personality, maybe. I think intelligence, personality, perhaps. Question is, what are we gonna do with our armor? And I kind of think the answer, I don't know, it might be agility. It might have to be agility, certainly, because if we do unarmored, we're gonna level up faster on the 4 to 10 progress value because unarmored is a minor skill of ours. So we can't do that because this level up is all about intelligence, and we want enchantment and alchemy to be the things that we do the most. And conjuration. Enchantment, alchemy, and conjuration. So what that means is we need our chitin to be absolutely on point here. I got a full set of Marathon gauntlets here. Gosh, this glass jink blade is going to come in really handy. I'm so happy we found one of those. Substantially lighter than we previously had been. That's the light armor for you. So yeah, we might be pushed towards agility, to be honest. And we're going up north. What's really keeping us from leveling up is having one of those plus 10s, or one of those plus 5s, by having a 10 in this location in something. It could be speed, but we're already 65 on speed. I don't really want to go all the way out with that. Personality and agility are the same. Roleplay wise, I would like personality, I think, to be highest. Yeah. I could already see we feel so much lighter. Also, I think that we do have a light armor set in Balmora. I'm pretty sure. May have to just go clean that up. We might cut that out. And I think it has a chitin helmet that is light armor. That is very strong. Okay, these are all things we want to have on our person. These are the things that are considered worth the weight slots that they're taking up. We have a Dwarven Spectre and a Greater Soul Gem. And that's not terrible. We have an exquisite ring. We could think about enchanting something. Just personally for us. Yeah, that could be a noble goal for ourselves just as a character, as a mage independently. You know, we have to be careful not to cut out the tools that we do have as mages, like making our own spells and making our own enchanted items, because that is a big part of Morrowind. And when you play through it the first time, you know, we don't have these kind of modern problems of like feeling like we're gaming the system or cheating the system. Because you're just trying to survive. You're just doing as much as you can, as often as you can. Also, I'm pretty sure that the either Morrowind Rebirth or the unofficial Morrowind patch has changed what Charming Touch is. Because Charming Touch in the game costs 225 and it's 30 points for 30 seconds. This one is 25 to 25 points for 5 seconds on touch. And Charm Mortal is 10 to 30 points for 30 seconds on touch. Those are the only two charm spells that are located here.
Welcome. Please don't be shy. I'm listening.
Yeah, there's also the Thieves Guild out here. Hey. Place to level up spear skill, that's nice. To enjoy my superlative services, of course. Man, it's good to be fast. Darethil. It does have spells. Wow, and a lot of spells at that. X seems useful. Strong silence. Detect enchantment, detect creature wild. Okay, he's got a lot. Oh, and Charm Mortal, 20 points for 5 seconds. Okay. Frenzy Creature. Do we have Frenzy Creature? More of our character just trying to, yeah, Frenzy Touch Creature. Not Frenzy Creature itself. Okay. Let's buy all the cheap ones. At least we'll start making a dent. Burning Touch, Poison Touch. Touch Humanoid. $18 points for Magical Leech. Frenzy Creature Strong. Frenzy Humanoid Wild might be really important for us. But we're getting low on money. This is a problem. I'd have to sell some of our alchemical ingredients if we do this, but this pretty much guarantees that we're going to be able to do the Morag Tong Assassin's quests. Man. Maybe we'll get them in order. It'll be good just to have options. I don't know though. God's fire. Okay. Kind of a big AoE fire damage spell. And just a nice strong chameleon. Yeah, okay. That's my choice. We're future-proofing certain parts of ourselves. Okay, now let's pay for a boat to Telvos and turn in some stuff. I don't recall using teleportation, and yet there I was, alone, naked. Probably got drunk. More than likely. So yeah, that was kind of a big sink for our spells, but that's kind of why we're doing the Telvanni quest in the first place, is access to magical items, access to magical spells, filling out our spell list, so that, you know, when we do become strong casting mages, we'll have the spells in our back pocket to be able to cast them. And that's kind of what being a mage is, you know, in this game, is getting the tools to use our magicka in ways that can actually have an effect that we want to have. But yeah, it kind of does show me that, like, the Morrowind update, or maybe the Morrowind code patch, or maybe Morrowind Rebirth itself, did just change a lot of spells. And I kind of miss an idea of having, I don't know, the original spells for the original spell list, because that's a huge aspect of balance. And I don't know, it's hard to talk about Morrowind in a cohesive way for its feeling if we... Oh, I don't think this one goes to the same area. I think this is only south boats. Maybe north boats are over there. You know, if I want to make a comprehensive guide about, like, the feelings of the game, it's going to be very difficult if we're not even talking about the same game, really. And mods, that's one of the things about mods, is that they fundamentally alter our perceptions of that. Where do we want to go again? Is it Tel Arun? No, it's Tel Mora. That's where we want to go. Take a boat to Tel Mora and then we swim.
Is there something I can do for you?
I have half a mind to take all of the items that I have from Balmora and transfer them to one location. Oh shit. Not entirely sure I want to fight this electric slaughterfish here. I don't really know how else we can kill it. Perhaps with leveling up our... Okay, it ran away. There's an amulet of levitating, isn't there? I suppose there is. You can fly, can't you? I'll take the rich way around. This amulet of levitating was such a great reward. It makes dealing with the Telvanni so much better. Now that we are very cash poor, I have an interest in come on, skeleton. Do it, skeleton. Stop standing around. See what weapon he has today. Seems like an iron short sword. Killed the diseased mud crab as he died. Heroic sacrifice. Are those really bandits? Just like all surrounding this region? Because I feel like I killed those earlier, or identical ones. Yeah, these are the plantations that I was talking about, run by slaves, like Chidiga. Chidoga here. I wonder how to free them. Let's check our quests real quick. Deliver it to Master Aaron himself. Okay. You heard the person. I'd like to have full health when I go and do things. I hope he'll let me sleep somewhere in the Telvanni area. But you can never be too sure. More dangerous stuff out here. Is that person a bandit, or are they just next to a Kaguti? Ah, shoot. Come on, rats. Ancestral Ghost is cheaper than the skeletal minion. Very interesting. Alright, well, let's not get too distracted. We should just do our quests as we have them. Take out the old amulet. Use it to go all the way up the tower. You wanted the Daedra skin. We got the Daedra skin. Okay. Hey there, buddy. How you doing? Yes, here it is. 300. Okay. Not amazing, but not terrible either. Daedra skin will serve my purposes. Take these 300 drakes. You know Daedra skins, if not properly prepared, can cause paralysis, a useful effect in some circumstances. Perhaps you would like to paralyze your enemies. Teach me how to paralyze. A paralyze spell. Sure. I mean, I don't see any reason not to. These are all rather simple, actually. Aaron teaches you to spell Paralyze, a simple version of the spell. It is far more useful if you can cast it at a distance. Yeah, interesting. Okay, so suggesting that we make a spell of our own that may have Paralyze being cast for longer away. Oh, yes, I will be your patron, but first you must convince Balada Stevani to join the council. Okay. He's a reclusive member of House Stevani. He lives in Arvestralen, northwest of Knissus. Speak with Balada Stevani and convince him to join the council. With his support, we can wrest control from the old, cautious, and unimaginative like Gothrin and Neloth. Once you've convinced him, speak with me again, and I will sponsor you in House Stevani. Okay. I guess that's where we have to go. She seems to be a necromancer, Mistress Dratha. Telbanor is for Mistress Theriana, Master Naloth. Do not expect him to be polite. Okay, so Master Neloth is the guy in Sadrith Mora. It's a very prestigious tell to have, because it's right at the capital of the Telvanni seat of power. Balada's Demivani is really powerful. The fact that we're even walking up to these people and talking to them is pretty strong. I guess that's why they have their mouths, to filter out some people first. Okay, to suitable Daedra, cast a soul trap on it and dispatch it. Do this twice while carrying a powerful soul gem and give the gems to Arena Helerion. I did not realize that I had that quest. We seem to be getting information about quests we don't have before we unlock them, which is a little frustrating, but it just could be a feature of the old video game attributes. I've been thinking about the fast travel system in Morrowind and potentially Propylion indexes. Are we getting fight music from somewhere? I hope not. And also, I don't think that Telvanni have, like, sustain boxes. They don't have locations and areas where you can get potions of Cure Magica, for example. So joining houses seems to be a little bit nicer after you've joined some of the guilds and the Imperial locations, because there's one in every city. It's kind of, in my experience, the easier quest factions to level up. Hey, buddy. You okay? There. Goodbye. Okay. I don't know who that is, but it's very suspicious. Maybe he's part of another quest later.
Walk with virtue, Outlander.
Okay. Travel. Yeah. Let's go to Sadrath Mora. At cheap fast travel is pretty strong. So we have to identify what we want to do. Our next quest for House Telvanni is apparently getting Baladas Devmani to join us and do the things that he wants us to do. But, you know, a lot of our... Yeah, Dalen. I don't know who that is. This is connected to Mistress Thuriana, I think. Is it the same? Teresa Thuriana? Hmm. So that's a Vivek quest. There's a Fighters Guild quest I don't plan on doing. This is just a random quest out in the world. This is the main quest, so we could probably do that. All of that's in Balmora, though. And the Mages Guild quests that we have are also in Balmora, I'm pretty sure. This is also in Vivek. This is just an ambient quest that's the story, I think. It's dreams, so I'm pretty sure we don't have that. And this, I believe, is DLC. Like in very far north. Probably in the Nordic island at the north. Yeah, it looks like going back to Balmora is the play. So let's... I don't know if we should take all the things in Balmora here, or if we should take all the things at Balmora, and take all the things that we have here and bring them to Balmora. Because Balmora, we have two kind of city houses, and here I don't really know where our house is going to be, if we even get a house. We certainly have accumulated a nice little location here. Yeah, I think if we're going House Telvanni as our identity, we might consider moving to Sadrath Mora. I think that's what we have to do. I think we're gonna move. I think we're gonna move all our stuff to one location area. Or rather, perhaps the important stuff. Just the stuff that we can organize. I'm putting all these things in my inventory so we'll have one stack and we won't have duplicates. Take. These are exquisite shoes. We don't need that. Exquisite ring might be nice keeping with us. It's super light. And doesn't seem like it would be a problem. Okay. All the alchemy ingredients on the floor in one area, especially the moon sugar. Could try selling the gems. We're low on money. Yeah, actually, we should sell the gems. I'm sorry, that was a mistake of me. So we're not going to use the gems for alchemy because we have a high chance of ruining them. And if we need money, which we do, like desperately, then it makes the most sense to sell them. Frost salts are so useful. At least the gems will sell. Some of the rarer ingredients, like the Daedra Heart, will keep around. But the cheap stuff, we're going to keep so that we can level up quickly and efficiently. Alright, this is a bit of housekeeping. Okay. And then books. Put the books a little bit over here. Oh, we get a little tower of our armor. Fair enough. Dimmer coins. I think we're just going to sell all of them as much as we can. I usually like to keep some representations of Dwemer stuff just because they come up in quests. But if we're as poor as we are, we might need all the money we can get. Okay. Yeah, we should start acting like a Telvanni if we want to be a Telvanni. You know, there's no reason we can't fly up and down from where we are. Help out our enchanting skill. Oh, what's up, Pushkring? It's like going to votes, but I don't recall why. Enslave yourself and free them. I recall there's a place you can buy 1 of 3 slaves in Morrowind. Oh, yeah. You choose which to set them free. Yeah, I mean, in Sedrith Moor, they have the 3 slaves, and you can purchase them. And you can set them free, because they're your property now, when you have that. I don't know if that counts towards the abolitionist... what's it? The abolitionist marker that they keep track of how many slaves that you've freed throughout the course of the game. Because if it did, then... you know, that would be a way to trade money for reputation points, which when you have a certain amount of money, that becomes a good idea. Becomes, you know, that's kind of one of the great ways to play the game, is using your money to create the change that you want to see in the world. Just like in real life.
What can I help you with?
Okay, so Question is, should we be charming everyone that we meet, or should we reserve all of our level ups for intelligence? Because right now we can get 6, and I think that that would help us. So we're going to stop using Charm Person as freely as we previously had been. Let's go ahead and make our way to the Balmora Mages Guild. There's also Mages Guild quests that we could do, you know, in Sadrith Mora. I certainly have them. Jira loves us the most. So we're not going to get anything out of just individually selling all of these, but we can get things out of selling them all as a group and then spiking the price as high as we can. Everyone in Balmora loves us as much as they can. Oh no. As I say that. Yeah, Mercantile skill, that's what we want, ideally. Is level ups in personality that don't increase that 4 to 10 stat, drawing us closer and closer to the last level up, or rather to level 8. But when we do hit level 8, we'll get the maximum stats that we can get. And already we have a pretty fair, like, middling level character here. 50, it's pretty middle of the road. Everything's competent except for luck. We have a standout in speed here, and we're getting a standout in intelligence. So, not terrible. Still, the Mage's Guild is not refreshed.
What may I do for you?
Okay, so I think we need to identify our goals. The next goal is going to be this. It's going to be getting Grandma's Rob. We're going to do an errand for her first. She says, I'm beginning to see a pattern here. Rather than pay informants with hard cash, Cassius Casadas trades favors for information. And as the new recruit in the organization, I provide the favors. Ah, well, a lesson in humility. Sharngrad's Mogrob will provide the information on the Neverine that the Spymaster wants after I've done a little errand for her. She wants to receive the skull of Levane Andrano from the Andrano Ancestral Tomb. Okay, so we're going tomb diving. That's going to be an event. She mentioned Dunmer prejudices against necromancy and warned me not to upset the natives. It's that the Arano Ancestral Tomb is just south of Peligrad, just off the road. Just before the fork where the road goes southwest towards Sidonin and southeast to Vivek. Okay. Give me an enchanted blade and some scrolls because she says some spirits are immune to normal weapons. Yeah, we have a first-hand experience with that when we tried to wander into our first ancestral tomb in Sidonin, and our normal weapons could not affect the ghosts. It was pretty rough. All right, if we're gonna do the moving that we are gonna do, first of all, we're gonna sell this short sword and this iron spark blade. It's not very valuable. We shouldn't keep that around. Man, we have a lot of stuff here. Is it really worth it to move all this stuff to one area? Extravagant isn't as good as exquisite. Yeah, let's sell the shoes at least. And the ruby. And the diamond. You're not the coins. I don't know, until we get better things, it might be worth it to keep the extravagant set. I'm second guessing myself here. Okay, we'll move later. How about that? Right now we just need to do the quest. Let's talk to one of our favorite traders in all of Balmora. Good old Ravier. Ravier, one of our favorites here. He knows us well. He loves us. He's 100% disposition. He constantly tries to sell us Daedric weapons, but you know, we're not always falling for that. But, you know, he appreciates some diamonds and some rubies. And silver short sword, we do not need that. The iron spark blade, also do not need. Oh, we should have dropped the Warlord's Cuirass. Wow. First time. And we don't need to be carrying around medium armor chest piece when we're leveling up our light armor here. It's just a mistake of mine. Well, we'll pick it up in the big move. All right. Pelagrad. That's where we're going. I wonder if there's a Silt Strider access that gets there. You go to Pelagrad? No, he goes to Sidanine, though. Is that closer? We also have a lot of stuff in Sidanine. Sidanine is closer, of course. Yeah, let's go to Sidanine. So this is one of our wizard houses. The Balmora, the main clubhouse for the Marag Tong that you're aware of. So there is a clubhouse in the Morag Tong in Balmora, but you can't join it from Balmora. You have to go to Vivec. And that speaks to the fact that, quite frankly, Vivec is the patron, like, saint or deity of... He's the anticipation of Mephala. Or Mephala is Vivec's anticipation. So it makes sense that in his city, which is a holy city, by the way, the Morag Tong would be there, which is both public and secretive, right? It is occupying the spaces of, I guess, deceit and murder while still being reputable and out in the open. So it's a very interesting duality that is at the heart of Dunmer culture, is that, you know, their saint, you know, the person who's supposed to be the most respected and the most respectful person, is the guy whose, you know, God is basically in charge of their Assassin's Guild, which is usually seen as not as reputable. But in Morrowind, you can do public executions. You can do public murders, where you just walk up to someone, stab them on the street, kill them, and then when the guards come up to you, you just show them a piece of paper and be like, this is actually part of our society and is totally okay and legally allowed. It's kind of like being a bounty hunter in Django or in real life. You know, the mixing of what is officially allowed and what is not officially allowed is quite a beautiful expression of one of the hearts of Morrowind. This person has a lot of stuff. Did we trade? I mean, this was our main merchant for the first part of the game. Did we give them so much stuff? No, we don't need to be carrying around wooden staffs. That's just... We're far beyond that at this point. We're going to sell the repeats that we have in the armor. Absolutely. This is lower quality anyway. And we're keeping the exquisite ring around just with us. I don't really know if we should do that. We should put that in the moving pile. Wait, give me 2 extra gold for it? He will. He loves us. And spells. Lots of basic spells for this person. Not bad. Very cheap. Yeah, we could just pick up all of these pretty much. Yeah. More progress on buying every spell in the game. Doesn't have any more spells for us to buy. Silver Flame Axe. Nice. The Cursed Ring damages health but makes you faster. That is interesting, I guess. I really want the healing ring back. We don't have any healing items. We should make one, to be honest. That should be like one of our first enchanting goals, is to get back that Fargoth's ring that we so generously gave back to Fargoth. Yeah, every time we talk about the ring, I think he likes us a little less. Thank you for finding it. Those guys better look out. We're a nice person. We gave Fargoth back his ring. Alright, let's get the names of where we're going specifically. Andrano. Can't zoom in. So we have to get within a stone's throw of the Andrano family shrine in order to even have it come up on our map. Yeah. Jack Lucas in Harlem even. I mean, Frank Lucas. You can pickpocket if I'm not mistaken. Yes, we can. I've chosen not to... Well, first of all, our character is terrible at sneak, so we would almost assuredly fail. 21, we're trying to improve it. Like, that's actually what we should really be doing, is trying to improve our sneak, doing the best we can. So we should visit our other house, just to clear it out. We're kind of accessing a new loot tier now, where the things that we're getting are of higher quality and expensive, so that the things that we used to save and think were valuable, like steel items, aren't really as useful for us, so we can sell those. These are slave bracers, ash statues. I don't know what those are. Restore health and restore magicka. I guess that's nice. The question, I was keeping these basically as a storage location. Yeah, I think I'm happy with where everything is here. Maybe a petty soul gem. Some skooma, always important. And apprentice's albinek. I think we have better albineks, so we should sell that. And I love harvesting things from alchemy because it's free gold.
Is there something I can do for you?
It's just free gold. Loot, calm, as the Imperials would say. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that is true. You can paralyze him, loot him, calm him down, walk away like nothing ever happened. Will he aggro back to us if we re-talk to him after we've, like, stolen from him? That's, And also, I've chosen not to steal the ring, not just because we're terrible at sneak, but also for roleplay reasons. I don't think that our character would do something that is like that, even if we did want a healing ring. The reason that we're helping out this person is because from their perspective, they're being taken advantage of by corrupt local tax officials. And we've heard this from 2 of the local residents of Sidanin. So it's gaining some credence. There's that guy whose house we're living in right now who murdered the tax collector. Of course, the reason he murdered him, I think, was because he saw him wearing a ring that was from a local Dunmer woman who was falling in love with him and gave him a ring as a sign of affection. And he was like, oh, this tax collector is showing off the fact that he's, making so much money and wearing this ostentatious wealth, when really he's just, it was a gift. It wasn't because he's so wealthy and rich off of the people. Let's not fight fights we don't have to take until we start getting to the location that we're going. Just off the road, before the fork where the road goes southwest towards Sydney. So it's northeast of us at the fork. These kinds of like orientation and navigation challenges, I think, is one of the strongest parts of early Morrowind games and early role-playing games. It's like you have to actually get your head inside of the world and figure out where things are. You can't just like blindly follow a quest marker to where you need to go. Oh, that's it. Okay. That's the tomb. I don't remember there being a person on the road. I wonder if that's a random event or a potentially a bandit. So we're gonna stand outside. We're gonna save. We're gonna rest. We're gonna get our fatigue back, mentally prepare ourselves, physically prepare ourselves for tomb robbing. We're gonna try to get everything inside here that we can. If we run into problems, I should have left a mark back at Balmora. That was a mistake of me. If we find that there's too much stuff in here, we get bogged down with weight, we can go... Oh my god, is there already someone dead in here? Jesus. Did someone else try to get this? I didn't do that. Did I? I don't think so. Okay, we're going to solve this with as much enchanting and as much conjuration as possible. I'm trying not to use our destruction magic or our restoration magic. So summon is going to be the name of the game. Start with an ancestral ghost. Wow. Okay, iron stuff. Not really worth looting that much. Dead Dunmer. We can't remove the corpse. Okay, so it's a permanent corpse. Alright, our ancestral ghost will fight their ancestral ghost. See whose ancestors are the strongest. You got ancestors? Well, I got ancestors. I anticipate that these ancestors will be stronger. We could actually, funny enough, put Soul Trap on it. And it's important to note, we also have a Silver Spear, which we could be using to help out here. There we go. Endurance down. Whoa. A ghost curse. Drain. Endurance and fatigue. Okay. Well, Ancestor Ghost, you did your duty well. And I don't hold it against you, but I am going to take your family's rubies. Sorry, that's just how Dunmer work. So this is a very auspicious shrine, right? This is to Saint Veloth, the prophet that led the original Chimmer, or the changed Myr, out from Somerset Isle to the land of Morrowind. So this is a very traditionalist figure. It's also very, I don't know, it's important to the local tribal people to remember why they left Somerset Isle in the first place. What made them a changed Myr instead of the alt Myr. Should probably be sneaking as well. Okay. Hey. This seems weird. A little suspicious. Oh, God. Okay. Hi. Oh, God. Alright, time to summon things. Actually, I'm in as much danger that I might need this, in fact. We're gonna summon the armory. Summon the minions? Send them? Our skeletons will fight your skeletons. This is Dark Elf warfare. Oh, they're closing and opening the door. Okay, so we got a Bone Walker. I'm a little bit afraid of this, so I'm gonna summon my Bone Walker. Yeah, they're going... That's a lot of damage. Oh, and I failed casting the spell. No. Go, dude. Yes. Get him. Alright, what did they do to us, also? They hurt our stats in any way? I don't think so. Our magicka's almost gone, though. Christ. Okay. Well, gonna be relying on some skeletons from... When our magic is gone, we rely on our magic items. That is the mage way. That's a lesser Bone Walker. What's ours? Ours is just a regular Bone Walker, so... Oh, shit. Oh. I forgot. That's the one we want. I wish there was a different face animation location. Ow. Yeah, that got his attention. Yes, hit him. He has a bow. Run up to him and hit him in the face. Very good. Good job, Senator Sticks. Oh, wow. Well, we do have Levitate. You might be able to get down there. Iron Longbow, nothing to write home about. Go ahead and purge that skeleton armor. Huh. There's always acrobatics that we could level up if we're ever truly in need of some help. I made a character that's stacked alchemy and enchanting, created my own giant fireball spells that shoot from the top of mountains down on whole towns. Yeah, the classic. It was a kill everyone in Morrowind vibe. I mean, you can do it in Morrowind. That's the thing, is it's available. You know, you're... Oh shit. No. Okay, this is just annoying. A disease scrib attacked us. What a day. Okay, so we have our full stats back. I think the loot stays. Yeah. I mean, if we're really role-playing a necromancer, we might move in down here. If it stays cleared, which not all of the, not all of the temples and locations do stay cleared. A lot of them respawn enemies in these dungeons based on their tiles and whether you're there or not. Quite frankly, I was surprised that when we slept outside, we didn't see these ghosts come back and these skeletons come back, which makes sense considering that they're, they are part of this tomb. You know, they're bound, their spirits and their bones, literally, are bound to the defense of this ancestral tomb. It's interesting that we have to become complicit in our necromancy friend mage at the Mages Guild's tomb pillaging. That's a scary sound. In order to move on with the main quest, is we have to at least have contact with how the Dark Elves view their own ancestors and their own afterlife in order to do what the main quest demands of us. I find it, quite frankly, good storytelling. Alright, so there's clearly a skeleton here. Oh, it resisted the magic. Critical damage. What? Was that because I was sneaking? These are not very valuable. The second that we get over encumbered, we're going to drop many of these. Oh, shoot. Okay. Hi. Hello. 2 skeletons versus 1. Let's go. And as something of ancestral sorcerers ourselves, I mean, we wouldn't call ourselves necromancers probably if we were Dunmer, which is the more respectful term for dark elves. It's Dunmer. Oh, it's an ancestor ghost is in the lesser gem. Really? Guess I should be soul trapping more. Always bone meal, always good. It's kind of a big dungeon here. A lot bigger than I thought. Nordic battle axe. Interesting that a Nordic battle axe would be in here. Probably as a trophy. To be honest, probably a trophy of conquest. For a dark elf victory over the Nords. And their long history of conflict with each other. Could easily see a Dunmer ancestor from long ago keeping a prize trophy of his. I mean, Americans stole samurai swords and Japanese flags as World War II battle loot. These ash pits seem very active. They're certainly whispering towards us. I feel a little bad stealing from them. We're literally taking their bone dust. That is... Okay, so this is Vivek, I believe. This is a picture of Vivek. He has the crown over his head, which is, you know, a halo. Many hands with that specific symbol where 2 fingers are raised and the thumb is outstretched like that. Feels very Buddhist iconography or Hindu iconography, is learning all the special hand signals and what they mean. My girlfriend's father actually is a Asian art historian and talks about a lot about what their specific symbols in their paintings and how you draw their gods and what all those mean. So there's a lot there if I knew about it. He's got his longsword, which seems pretty good. Yeah. It's a wonderful posing. Okay. Oh, there he is. There's the guy. Yep. How about you? Alright. Not bad. Got some skeletons. Maybe we should soul trap the skeletons. That might help. In the ash pits. Taking all the grave dust. I remember doing this as a kid and not thinking twice about it at all. I was just like, I'm poor. I'm surviving in a foreign land. I need to take as many resources as I can get. I didn't even consider the consequences of like what that meant when we're stealing literally people's like ancestors' grave dust from a native tribal people. Like if you did that to a Native American clan, that would be some messed up stuff. You probably should not do that. And that's why Dark Elves have, I'd say, a very legitimate grievance against foreign necromancers coming into their country and doing what we're doing, which is stealing the dust of their ancestors. They're stealing literally their ancestors' bones. Okay, you can never be too sure with things like this. Want to make sure that we're actually safe and alone in this tomb. The whispers really are scary. Really completes the effect. We have a ghoul heart here. Yeah. So if anyone in any other Elder Scrolls games like tells you that the Dark Elves' beliefs are all superstition and they're not real, you just go ahead and put them right in front of a real-life Dunmer ash pit and see how long they maintain that belief. Because these things are very real. And you know, Skyrim also has this with the Draugr, the local Nordic traditional ancestors that are bound to in service of their tombs. It's a little bit of a different skill with the Nords of Skyrim, partly because their culture, you know, isn't nearly as focused on necromancy and the afterlife and ancestors as the Dunmer are, which is one of the reasons I love playing necromancers. Wow, there's a lot of skeletons here, guys. There's a lot of skeletons. Let's put a soul trap on that and see which soul gem it goes into. We have a lesser and a petty. So let's see what that soul trap is doing for us. Hey, buddy. Check out the old summoning. I'm really glad we got this wooden staff of summoning here. It's come in absolutely in handy. I could, if we really wanted to clear this whole area, we would bring out the Dremora and just aggro everybody. Oh my god, it's a Bone Lord. Hey guys, do you want to fight a Dremora Lord? You think you can do that? Whoa. Alright, we're going to pick this up and clear it just so that we keep the... Oh, I'm over encumbered. Christ. Alright, iron. We don't need iron. Especially not war axes. I guess we're going to have to fight our own way out. Well, that's why we got the spear, isn't it? Okay, let's start clearing this at least. Oh god. Hey, Bone Lord. Oh, thank you. Our Dremora saved us. Oh, thank you so much. You're a demon and everything, and, you know, I'm sworn to be an enemy of you probably for all of eternity, but you really saved my life there with that Bone Lord. Good job. We should name him. What should we name him? Edgelord? Dremora Edgelord? Wow, he really went to town on that Bone Lord. And it has a soul gem. Crippled skeleton was what we got in our petty soul gem. Interesting. So I guess there's a difference between regular skeletons and crippled skeletons. Yeah, I guess let's find trouble. As long as we have the Dremora Lord out. Hey, buddy. Do you wanna kill this guy? Yeah, dude. He's got a spear. Dremora spear. I was going straight for the archer. What a smart person. Yo, he just wrecks him. Oh, well, we ran out. We ran out of our time with our bodyguard. He did good work, but okay, are we safe? We are not safe. Iron mace, niche leather. So this is all low quality stuff. We don't really need this. It's very heavy. not really our favorite to keep around. Emerald, topaz. Another shrine to Veloth. Might as well. Still not safe. I am debating what we should do about this. Because this stuff is really heavy. Especially the clubs. Should we run it as far up back to the start as possible? I'll do that later. I'll do that off stream. You guys don't need to watch me running back and forth trying to port various varieties of loot upstairs. We'll at least get it off of the bodies. Put it on the floor. Hey, corpse. Okay. So that's a little different than the skeletons. This one's called corpse, which means that it's probably a tomb robber that died, that did not make it. A shadow chameleon effect. Chameleon is also super useful in Morrowind in ways that it is less useful in the other games. I mean, I've always been a big fan of chameleon. I love illusion school and necromancy school. I'm just a mage at heart. I think they're the best classes. I think they're the most interesting classes, like from a gameplay perspective. I think they're certainly make you think about how to solve problems in ways that are more stimulating and interesting to me, because the solution to every puzzle isn't always like use sword on man, use big club on person. I don't know. It's just fun for me. Like, and as I get older, I'm starting to kind of lean into that more as myself. Like, I still like playing other characters, and for the next character, I'm experimenting with doing a non-combat character, which I don't even know how that's gonna go. I don't even know if that's possible. Just being like a savant, which is a class for NPCs in the game. Not sure how it would work for a player, because players have to do things that NPCs don't necessarily. I shouldn't do that. That's bad. That's a dumb idea. I'm gonna forget those. Okay, let's at least put them in one place. That way they'll be easier to come back to. And the thing is, like, it's not a lot of gold that we're gonna be like saving or using here. It's not a ton, but it does kind of add up, and it's also just, you know, it's part of the game. Looting a dungeon is part of the game. In D&D, one of the like actual challenges for role-playing D&D, if you do that, is to get the loot, sure, but also to get the loot out, you know, is to come back after you've cleared out the dungeon with a pack mule and get the loot and safeguard its transportation back to the, I don't know, the location, the city. All right, we're gonna mark this area until we clear it. Mark. Okay. All right, we're coming up on 1 hour. So that's our limit for today. We're gonna come back probably a little later in the day and see about clearing out the rest of this tomb. This is the tribunal. This is, I believe, Vivek on this side, Alamexria on this in the middle. Vivek with his sword, Alamexria with open arms, and Sotha Sil. I don't know what Sotha Sil is doing. He seems to be doing something where his hair is on fire. I guess that all of their hairs are on fire. Okay. Thank you guys for dropping by. I will see you later. Peace.